And then today we're going to be speaking about the differences between men and women, of course, because we always talk about the masculine and feminine energies generally, but in particular today we're talking about the importance of, as a woman, not denying your softness, and as a man, not denying your hardness. Good shot, said John Jones, brother. That's funny. You know, literally every live that we do, someone will pass through the room and say John Jones, Kyrie Irving. Couple people might pass through and say AJ, Will Smith. I think people are just seeing a black guy with a certain type of head shape and they're like, yep, yeah, he looks like those people. But John Jones seems to be like the most consistent one that I get. What's up, Jessica? How are you? Oh, we just got 2 Jessicas in the chat right now. But he said, good evening. How's your evening, man? Yeah, Good Shot said, not Will Smith. I don't think any of them, though. You're saying that like I think John Jones. I don't even think John Jones. I mean, yeah, I don't think John Jones. I don't think Will Smith. Someone passed through and said LeBron James. I'm like, oh my God, come on, guys. Rate me. James, what's up? How you doing, brother? You said, I'm well, thanks. How are you? I'm very good, you know. I kind of got stranded, not stranded too bad, but I'm at my mom's house because I was driving home, stopped off yesterday to have dinner and stuff. But obviously it was snowing. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to drive back in the snow because my car was sliding. Yeah, because of the snow. So my car was sliding. I was like, oh, it's not worth it. Let me just be safe. So I stayed over. I might just go home tomorrow instead. Jessica, where you are, is it like really, is it snowing a lot? Miss V just entered the building. What's up? One of the mods that go hard on Duolingo too. He said, have a great week, everyone. I hope everyone does have a great week. How's your week been, Miss V? You said, no, it hasn't snowed here at all, surprisingly. Okay, fair enough. But wait, what part of, where are you? I forgot. Catherine said, marry me. Where do you want to get married, Catherine? Do you want to do a overseas international wedding? I went to one last year, this year actually. I went to Cyprus. My friend got married. That was good. Jessica said, Lincoln, if you know where that is. I can't remember specifically where it is. I can't lie. Is it north of England? Or is it south? East? But it can't be that far from London. Catherine said, wherever you want. Okay, you're not hard to please then. I love that. Mahi said, I love the book. It's helping a lot. Love that. We love that. We love that. We love hearing positivity, you know, positive results. I'm glad it's serving you on your journey of spiritual growth, your journey of healing, whatever it is that made you get the book. I love that, you know. How have you been doing some of the practical exercises that I put in the book? Good Shot said, Cyprus is sick. I got a deal on a luxury hotel there when someone cancelled a honeymoon. Oh, okay. So you was you looking to stay there? You phoned up or tried to make a booking and they're like, we got a cancellation, so they just gave it to you, or did you just show up? You said it's like Midlands, only about 2.5 hours from London. That's surprising then that you didn't get any snow. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Yeah, because I was driving home yesterday. The snow just started building up a lot. Wait, so Jessica, question then. You said it's like Midlands. So does that mean you're close to Birmingham? Because I don't know if you know, we got the I got my event coming up the live event that we're doing, like live in person, I mean, not like live online, but live event in London. That's going to be February the 5th. But I think, the next month, I'm going to do one in Birmingham. So is Birmingham close to you? And is anyone from Birmingham in the chat? Mahi said, yes, I've been journaling a lot. Journaling is very good, extremely good. It gives you another medium to kind of process your thoughts, look at things from another perspective. It works a different part of the brain. So it's good. It's good to journal. Note things down. You can plan things for the future, process past feelings, as I write in the book. It's very important. So I'm glad that the book inspired you to continue doing that. Catherine said the man is always king. I love that. Catherine, I can tell Catherine knows how to make a man happy. Miss V said this week is just starting. Hoping it will be good. How are you? Yeah, I'm feeling good too. I'm feeling positive. Today I did a one-on-one with a client, and we was discussing some things, and it was a good one today. So I'm happy about that. So that's a good start to the week for me. Mika just stepped up in the chat. Everyone say hi to Mika, even though she's, she usually comes up here with a bit of toxicity, but she came through a good vibe, so I love that. Hold on. You said Birmingham is closer. Yes, when are you going to do it? Well, the event in London is going to be February the 5th, and I'll do the one in Birmingham probably a month after, so I haven't specifically got down a date. It's going to be a bit more difficult for me to organize one in Birmingham because it's not like where I'm from, of course, but I have to try to find a good venue. If you know any, by the way, feel free to pass them through or let me know. Faith has entered the chat. What's going on, Faith? Miss V said, come on now, Mika is always a good vibe. She's always a good vibe. It's debatable. I feel like you're being biased, in favor of her, but you know what? I'll let it slide today. Even Mika knows, because she said I deserve a cookie for being so nice today. So that means she knows that she's not always nice like that. She knows. Jessica said, I will let you know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Birmingham, that will be after London. Faith said, how are you dealing with the snow? It's like bumper cars in London. Have you been seeing the videos? Is that why you say that? But literally, I'm not even at my house at the moment. I was driving home, or I was going to go home yesterday from here. I was like, nah, I don't want to go home because I don't want to just risk crashing the car or anything, because my car was sliding on the ice. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. He said, so what's today about? Well, today is inspired by the fact that my latest ebook that I co-authored with Iman, I don't think she's in the chat now, but me and Iman, we co-authored a book called 5 Things Hurting Your Femininity, which is in the link in my bio if you want to read it. It's for free, right? It's a free ebook. But one of the things that we speak about in that book is not denying your softness. So today we're talking about, as a woman, don't deny your softness. As a man, don't deny your hardness. And if you want to read the rest of what's in the book, like the other topics, then just go to the link in bio. Iman said, hey, I'm here. What's up, Iman? Yeah. But, of course, we always have to start and say, both energies exist in both. But like both genders, I mean. So you do have the masculine and feminine energies in a man, and you have the masculine and feminine energies in a woman. Both. It's not just one and that's it, right? But at the same time, it's important for us to speak about this stuff because society is trying to reverse everything, and it's actually encouraging opposites. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's weird because you're more likely to hear on social media to men hey, you should be more soft, and to her, to women, you should be more hard. Do you get what I'm saying? But then they forget that as a woman, you definitely have to embrace your softness, and many women feel fulfilled and happy when they're doing so, and many men feel fulfilled. They feel pride when they're embracing their hardness. But of course, it just has to be in a healthy manner, of course. Faith said my girlies aren't asking where he stayed during Snowmageddon. You're funny. Snowmageddon on a Sunday night. You should just be happy that I'm safe. Do you get what I'm saying, Faith? You should be saying, look, Reemus is safe. Reemus didn't crash his car. His car didn't slide. You know. Cheyenne, what's up? How you doing? Jessica said, I believe that a man who shows their softness is the most secure type of man. Okay, so we talk about security, right? Inner security. Now, that clearly is a desire you have, right? For a man to be more, be able to be expressive and actually show a vulnerable side. Now, this is why this information is actually important. Because do you know why I'm able to express a softness or a vulnerability and so on? It's because of my hardness. So if you actually encouraged men to embrace their hardness, it would actually give them the confidence to be able to express their soft side. So it's a win-win for both. Like, for example, right, and when I say it's my hardness that allows me to express my softness, is because I really don't care what people think. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my hardness. I really don't care. So I'm able to express authentically. Me, I don't have to act like a tough guy. I know I'm tough, like deep within, which actually is a good thing because I don't have to act tough. I can play around. I can be goofy if I wanted. I could express some vulnerabilities if I wanted, and I still don't give a F. It's my hardness that allows me to be soft. Faith said, yes, of course. You had a nice warm bed to rest and save yourself from the snow. That's lovely. See, I love that. Cheyenne said, really well. Really well. Halfway through your book. I hope you're well. Hey, I'm glad you're halfway through the book. It's not long, so I'm sure you'll be finished with it soon. But if you are taking your time reading the book, that's even better because then you truly digest things properly. Do you get what I'm saying? Mika said, I want to hear Reemus dating stories. Tell us about your best, worst date. My best, worst date. I'd have to think about that for a second. Best and worst. Like I'm sure of, I know I've had bad experiences, but the worst one I can't think of right off of the bat. But I'll think about it. You said, but do you truly not care what people think? If it's an authentic expression of who I am, I generally don't care what people think. Do you get what I'm saying? But I worked on that. That actually came from a lot of work because that wasn't the case 10 years ago. But about 5 years ago, I knew I'd get to this point. I knew I would get to this point where I didn't care. Like I said to myself, and it's crazy, like, you know, when you talk about 5-year plans, like I said, you know what, in 5 years, I'm working so that I don't care what people think. And in 5 years, that's actually what happened. So about 99%, I could say, of me doesn't care. I'm trying to, I could say 100, but I'm just trying to be humble. Faith said, just subtext, he's not home because of the snow. So just because I'm not home because of the snow, you're just assuming stuff. That is funny. You said, but really your ability to continue on with your subject matter while I stir the pot is admirable. Of course, because you know what, I can't play into I can't play into your games, Faith. I'm just trying to stay focused here, and you're stirring up conspiracies and just, I don't know, myths and stories for us to ponder in the chat. Sharon said, I've been reading 8 pages a day. It's lovely as I've been doing a lot of healing subconsciously that I was unaware of. That's amazing. 8 pages is very specific. Why 8? Was that intentional? But yeah, that's very good. And it's funny because when you whatever you're interacting with and what information you're taking in, it will work on the subconscious level. So I think we were saying that about 2 days ago when we was talking about society's influence on society, on relationships and dating. And we were saying in that TikTok live that your subconscious brain is always processing this environment. So whatever you put in, just know that your subconscious is processing it. And as you're reading the book, of course, it's about healing the feminine energy. That's what your subconscious is going to be processing. Rosaline said, hi, Reemus, can I ask you a question? It depends what the question is, but, well, you can ask it, but whether I answer it or not depends on what it is. Oh, Faith said, I'm not assuming anything. You're safe and warm. That's all that's important. Love that. I love that. You love that for me. Mo said, good morning and good evening. He's speaking to everyone around the world. Guys, say hi to Mo. Oh, by the way, let me just see what people... So before I forget, right? The early bird tickets for the London event on February the 5th is sold out now. So the next level is, like, I released more early birds, but the ones before were early bird, you know, like extra early bird. These ones are the last level of early bird. So after that, it will be general. So if you want to come to the event on February the 5th, where we discuss masculine, feminine energies in person, just like with these chats, we'll do a seminar talking about this stuff, diving deep into it, you know, for our spiritual growth and all of that stuff. And you meet like-minded people also in the community on the same path. If you want to come to that, then as Iman just pinned in the chat, it's 5th of February and the link is in my bio. Jupiter said, I feel you are so humble and kind. You've got a calming energy that is infectious. I love that. You know, it's funny because I got both sides. I'm generally really calm, but on the other side, I could be extremely adventurous and active. But generally, I'm very chill. Is that what you're like too, Jupiter? Faye, what's going on? Mika said, best worst dating story. And Faith said, don't let him forget. You guys are funny. MC, how's it going? Sharon said, it's like I knew, but I wasn't clarified. Thank you. Of course. You know, sometimes I feel like deep down, this information is already in us. You know, so when you read it, it kind of activates it in you, gives you a little bit more accountability, because you're like, look, this is the truth. I'm seeing it. I can't hide from it. Another person's giving me clarity, and you could know something, but you don't have the words for it. But someone's able to give you the information, and it kind of activates it being like a structure in your head. You're like, okay, I can see how that works. That was exactly how I was feeling, but they was able to articulate it in a way that I'm able to internalize it properly. Hold on. Jessica said, what's on your necklace? It's a boxing glove. Because I grew up doing boxing. That's my passion. Or was my passion. I actually have a boxing YouTube channel as well. It got, I recently got to 100,000 subscribers on that. So I'm going to be getting my YouTube plaque soon. They're sending it to my house. Faith said, funny enough, I'll be in London for work the first 2 weeks of February. Really? You're gonna be in London. So are you coming, Faith? The location is not definitely confirmed, but we're very close to finalizing it. But it should be in East London. Lily entered the chat. What's up, Lily? Guys, say hi to Lily. Hold on. Mika, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to provoke the stories out of me. I have I have many stories. Many stories. Like, I've been in situations that are crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of them I don't even know if I'll be able to say on TikTok Live. But when I can think of the best and worst ones, I'll tell you. Or maybe I'll save it for the next one. We'll see. Where I just go on the whole live, I just go through different stories. But today we've actually been speaking about you said, hold on, Faith said my office is on Cannon Street downtown. How far away will this be? Cannon Street is like East Central, if I can recall correctly. It's not too far, but it really, you know what it is? It's like you could not be far, but you need to get on the right train line. So I can actually check. And I'll get back to you on that. Because I think from Cannon Street, you have to take a train somewhere, probably like 10 minutes, I think, to a place called Bank. I'm sure you can go. And then take what we have is a DLR. It's like another service of a train. Hold on. But yeah, before I was saying, today we've been speaking about the fact that it's important as a woman to embrace your softness and don't deny it, especially if you want to be in your feminine energy. And as a man, embrace the hardness in you. And I was saying to Jessica earlier, because she said, well, I like the type of guy who's able to also embrace softness too. And I said, well, you would get what you want, because if you, in a healthy way, encourage men to embrace their hardness, it gives them the motivation or the strength and the I don't give a F attitude that enables him to express his softness. A lot of guys that act tough, inside they're actually really soft. So it's like they overdo it with the hardness. Rosaline said, is it a red flag if the masculine or if a man doesn't offer his help when you're struggling and they're trying to date you? It depends, because there's so many things that you could be saying and the context of where you're coming from. Hold on. Sorry, young lady today, and this is what took place. But the thing is, there's so many things that could be happening behind. You could just see one moment where he wasn't, I don't know, what do you even mean? Was like she carrying bags and he wasn't helping? But he could have helped, 99% of the time before that. So we can't just take it from just the surface. Rosaline said, and I interrupted and nudged him to offer his assistance to her. Am I bad to do so? I would actually say it is kind of the wrong thing to do, because it's like you're enforcing what you want onto them. And if that was the case, like, a woman should never try to make a man, which is kind of what you was doing for her. And if that was the case, then if it truly was the case that their interaction is like that, that's not really on you or him. That's on her to say, this isn't a situation for me. So I would say, kind of bad to do that. Faith said, what's in the cup? It's just water. Mo said, all bark, no bite. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, even Mike Tyson spoke about this. He said, and Mike Tyson was really tough, but he did say some of the reasons why he overdid being tough was really because he was afraid of of the things that had happened to him before. He didn't want it to happen again. But when he was a young kid, he was what's the correct word I can say on? He was SA'd basically by an older person when he was a kid. So because he I posted this on my TikTok too, like ages ago. It got quite a lot of views, but he said he never wanted that to happen to him again. So that's what gave him this aggressive attitude, because he never wanted people to treat him in a certain way. Hold on. Oh yeah, guys. So basically, now you can be a subscriber on the TikTok. I don't know if it should be at the top, right? So I have a goal. If you guys want to subscribe, and you'll be a VIP of the lives. And what we're going to do is we're going to do exclusive lives for the people that are subscribed to the TikTok. So it should be at the top, like where the goal is. It should say the goal, and you could be a TikTok subscriber. Mike is a big old teddy bear at heart. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know if you see like some of his clips or podcasts, and like he's, I don't know if Jessica's still in the chat, because this is what I was saying before. Mike Tyson is hard, but guess what? Do you know why he can be so soft? Mike Tyson can cry if he wants. None of us are chatting anything to him. Let's watch Mike Tyson cry. And I want anyone here to say, oh, you're a softie. You can't do that. He feels safe to do that. You know why? Because of his hardness. No one's saying anything to Mike. Goal of Faith said goal of 1. Are you talking about the subscribers? But that's like, you know, the first goal. So we gotta get the first subscriber, and then we hit the first goal, and then on to the next ones. So that's a good example. When we speak about Mike, actually, right, is his hardness allows him to be soft. It is going back to like both the energies within almost being for the betterment of its counterpart within you. Do you get what I'm saying? And what I was saying to the person today on the one-on-one that I did for a client earlier, I was saying, here's the time where you have to call upon the masculine energy to protect your feminine energy, because she's in a situation where someone she see, or the situation's a little toxic, by the way, and I was saying you have to draw boundaries, right? And that's a good example. It's like you're using the other energy to protect that feminine energy. You're using the masculine energy, borders, boundaries, and so on, to protect the feminine energy. A guy is going to feel much more comfortable expressing who he is authentically and vulnerably if he feels harder. That's if it's in a healthy way, of course, right? And we're assuming it's in a healthy way. So you can use both of these energies. Rachel said, this literally makes no sense to me at all. All right, so I was saying this to Jessica. I don't know if you was here before, right? I'm able to be soft if I want. I can be chill. I don't have to put on an act of hardness. I don't have to be a tough guy, because deep within, I know I'm tough. So because I just know this, and because I could, Mika said earlier, she said, tell us about a dating story. I can tell you a dating story, even if it's like, makes me look bad, or even if it was a part where I did something wrong, or I could express something something about me that's vulnerable, and I could tell you guys that. Do you know why? Because it's the hardness in me where I don't give a F what people think. Do you get what I'm saying? The hard part of me allows me to express the soft side, because I'm like, I don't actually care. So that's one example where you're using the energy and don't even think about masculine and feminine energies. That's just, it's the way I put it is good. And even when I was saying with the client, you have a soft part of you. Many of you guys already know have been in situations with men and you got taken advantage of. Why? Because you didn't protect that softness, and you just gave it out. Isn't that your personality though, rather than energy? Well, if you want to think about it like that, that makes it easier. That's why I said, don't even think about it as masculine, feminine energies, you know, but someone like me could tell you, I understand that is the masculine and feminine energies, because yeah, that wasn't my personality 10 years ago. I wouldn't have been able to express in such a way 10 years ago. It was actually when I started to work on myself, work on my masculine energy, understand my power as a man, right? Expression of divine masculine. That's when I was able to embrace my vulnerability and so on. And the same stuff I write about in the book, Healing the Feminine Energy. I said this to Mary, I don't know if she's on, but I said, I've done those exercises in the book. You know, even though it is directed to, that book is kind of directed to women, but I know I have feminine energy within me too. And I worked on it myself, even before I gave it to you guys. Mo said, Mike Tyson will spark you into the future. Hey, Sophie, thanks for the gifts. I got me a You as a Baby and Magic Elf Dust. Jessica said, do you ever read Eckhart Tolle? Is it Eckhart Tolle or Tolle? But I say Tolle. Have I read his books? They are amazing. One of his books are one of my favorite books ever. It's called The Power of Now. That book actually helped tap me into my feminine energy in a healthy way. Rachel Blair said, yeah, I get that. People grow and change. I'm just confused why everyone goes on about masculine and feminine energy. Well, that's good. It's good that you're here then and you're listening, because then you get to go on the journey of experiencing and learning about these energies which are prevalent in every area of life. This actually is so deep that it's not just about dating. I could tell you about the expression of this energy in music. I could tell you about the expression of these energies in politics. And if what I'll do is for the subscribers, for the TikTok subscribers, because again, guys, you can subscribe to certain your favorite TikTokers and all of that, right? And you get VIP status. But one of the perks also is that we can do exclusive lives. So I'm not going to give out the best pieces of information and wisdom on the public lives. I'll do it on the exclusive ones. But we can break this down in so many ways. Hold on. Cheyenne, I see you said personality can be shaped by experience, so unlearning certain things will bring out differences and comfort within oneself. Miss XO said, hey, are you on here for long? 20 more minutes. So I don't know if that's long to you. Hold on. Lily said, special shout out to the man them in the chat. Jessica said, I love The Power of Now. Yeah, that book's really good. It's been like 5 years though. I might reread it again. Hold on. Mo said, you like that she asks that all of the time. Does she ask that all of the time? Yeah, Mo's one of the man them. He's in the chat. Hopefully Mo's coming to the event on February the 5th, London. Then in London, and then he'll give his perspectives there too. Jessica said, I've reread it twice, for sure. That's good. But have you read, because there's two books. There's The Power of Now, but then there's The Power of Now Meditations. And then I know he's got other books too. So did you read the other ones? Cherie's just ended the chat. Good evening, Mr. Libra. How's your Monday been? My Monday's been, it's been good. It's actually been good. Lily said, men need to hear these things too, but they're hardly listening to this type of content. Well, that's interesting. You know what it is? A lot of guys aren't really drawn to, like I think about this a lot, like healing journeys and stuff. Men aren't really drawn to that, even though a lot of men kind of know they deep down need it, which is why they gravitate towards, let's say, the red pill movement, or they're always expressing some sort of grievance on the timeline, you know, on TikTok, Twitter, or whatever. People joke about men expressing it through podcasts, and it's not something to downplay, but I think it's just that women are drawn more to, they understand the importance of nurturing the internal more so than men, because the masculine is external. Mo said, yeah, you're paying for my cab, broski. You're funny. You're in Northwest, innit? The event's probably going to be in East London. It possibly might be in Royal Victoria Dockyard. And then after that, we'll be in Birmingham the month after. Jessica said, no, I haven't. I read New Earth by him, though. I recommend it. And Iman said she's got that one too, but hasn't read it. I might check it out then. You said, Pinky said, some don't like to show a weakness. It's not a bad thing. Masculinity plays a role too. It's an interesting choice of words you used when you say weakness. Because, you know, you could, let's say you meant, I don't know if you did, but because we were speaking about vulnerabilities, right? Vulnerabilities from some perspectives could definitely be a weakness. Could lead to a weakness or it could be a weakness, right? But my automatic thinking is not that vulnerability is weakness. So I don't even use that word, if that makes sense. Like, for example, not being a tough guy, right? Not being a tough guy is not a weakness. It just is. You should WD-40. What's WD-40? Sherry said, what's the live topic? Well, today we've been speaking about don't deny your softness and don't deny your hardness. Really, at first I was speaking and saying that as a woman, you should embrace your softness. A lot of girls today, right? You see it on Instagram. Soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life. That's good. Live soft life, but just make sure you're not doing it externally and you're not just doing it externally and leaving out the internal. Live soft life inside. I saw someone say recently on one of my videos, and all of the time I see this, well, they leave all of the power up to the men, right, around them, the men that they're dating, to decide that she's gonna be able to be soft. Like one of the last videos that I did on femininity on TikTok was embrace playfulness. Playfulness is very good for your femininity, right? And a girl commented saying, what did she say? She said, well, when you're with the right type of guy, he brings it out of you. But isn't that interesting? You want to leave it to a guy to do that? You want to leave men to decide when you get the chance to feel soft and playful. Isn't that interesting? I wouldn't want to do that if I was a woman. I would want to be able to tap into my softness and playfulness all of the time. Thanks guys for pinning the topic. But yeah, and again, it's something I talk about in the book, Healing Feminine Energy. When you go on the journey to doing so, you know how to create internal security for yourself. So you're not just relying. Of course, a man can bring it out. Of course, your environment plays a part. But when you do it first, you give it to yourself rather than solely relying on the external to do it. And that attracts the right type of environment anyway. You said WD-40 is oil for things that squeak like that, like that door. You can hear that. You know what? I was just so focused. You're right. I could hear it, but I wasn't kind of like paying attention to it. Hold on. Lily said, bring it to the States if possible. Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to, well, we're going to start in England because obviously I'm here. So we're going to do the events first. February the 5th, London. Then after that, Birmingham. That's like, I don't know if you know Lily, but that's like north of England. After that, maybe a couple other places, and we'll obviously come back to London because it will be like, it's not just going to be a one-off. But then after that, soon, most of my following is actually in USA anyway. So USA, for sure. I got a following in Canada too, South Africa, What else? I got a following in Nigeria, Brazil, because I can see it in the stats. So maybe those will be the first places. Roche said Birmingham is in the Midlands. So is it counted as you wouldn't say north, right? You just say Midlands. But to London, it's north of London. Hold on. Rachel said, and I hope I'm saying your name right, Rachel, because I see the A. but softness and playfulness comes out with the right person, not every person, nor should it. Pinky said, bring it out of yourself. That's a genuine emotion. You show its truthfulness of you as a being. Cherry said, just be yourself, best way. It's nice. Kate said, can you speak on how single moms can get out of their masculine energy? There's so many ways, because it's like, what is your specific situation? But part of the motivation for writing the book, Healing the Feminine Energy, was that because a lot of girls were saying, I'm always operating in my masculine energy, whether it be because I'm a single mom, always working, or always having to do something. I'm just always in work mode, or it could have been I've grown up with in a certain environment, which always put me in my masculine energy where I had that shield, or it could have been just traumatic experiences that have hurt my vulnerability, so it makes the masculine energy come out. So many things, right? But that is basically why I wrote the book, Healing the Feminine Energy, and the link is in the bio for that. But there's so many ways, like for example, make sure to practice and put time towards self-care, for example. That's very important. Rachel said, playfulness comes out of me when I'm comfortable, not when someone brings it out of me. That's good. Sherry said, big up Birmingham. Sherry, are you from Birmingham? I think I forgot. Jessica said, anything outside the M25 is north to London. You said, yeah, I said your name right, Rachel. Good. Sharon said something very key. She said, if the feminine energy struggles in the presence of a certain male, then run. Makes sense. Why put yourself in a certain situation that doesn't bring out the best of you? I think that's a waste of time. Lauren, what's up? Lauren entered the building. How's it going, Lauren? Lotus from Copenhagen. How's it going? Pinky said, once healed, you break the cycle. You will find yourself within, find a focus, and strive forward. I love that. Lily said, been single for years and being in my feminine energy has never been an issue. That's good. And that's what I'm saying, because many girls don't feel that way. And it's good you say that, because now you're getting proof from a girl that that's possible. Of course, the masculine will always and can always bring out more, of course. But I'm saying you don't have to fully rely on a man for that. Cheyenne said, I'm currently living in the East Mids, but originally from North London. Okay. What part of the East Midlands? Hold on, let me scroll up and see if I just missed anything. Hold on. Tagu Tswa. I hope I said your name right. You said, how would you balance the hardness of the man and the softness of a woman? There's so many different angles we could look at that question, right? Because it's kind of general. Because when you said the man and the softness of a woman, do you mean in partnership, in union, in relationships? Or do you just mean separate and apart? But definitely, one of the most important things is, what is our perceptions of these things? What is your perception of the hardness of a man? Do we discourage it? Do we shame it? Do we say that's bad? Do we knock him for it? And what is our perception of the softness of a woman? Both in a relationship and out, this is important for you as a man, especially considering, or if you are from a country where softness in a woman is dissuaded, right? One of the most important tasks you'll have, and one of the most important things you could do, is you could encourage your woman's femininity by changing her perception on softness, or changing her perception on femininity. Because she's all like, sometimes you speak about gender differences and she's already ready. She's ready to go, no, I don't, because she's just used to hearing gender differences being spoken and then hearing something bad about women being said, or something that makes her feel like not valuable. So she's ready. Do you get what I'm saying? Through your own admiration of femininity, through your own admiration of softness in a woman, when she picks that up, she'll be like, nah, the way he feels about it is almost like how I want to feel about my softness. You know, and it's good because as a man, your woman can reflect your principles. So when she sees that you're in love with femininity, she begins to fall in love with it herself too. This society hasn't encouraged her to love it. So that job is not even really that hard. You know, this society in the West has made her feel bad about it, has discouraged her from it, has made her feel like she's weak for it. Sherry said, find yourself, love yourself, and you can be happy and content with yourself and others. Facts. Yeah. One of the reasons why, like, you know, it's funny. I know a lot of people think about doing content like YouTube, TikTok, or whatever it is, right? But one of the, like, what stops them is negative comments, right? And of course, I see negative comments. I'll say in my other YouTube, which is unrelated to this, is at 100,000 subscribers, you know? So I've seen a lot of negative comments, even on this TikTok and on the YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, by the way, for this type of content, go to the link in bio, right? Because I post a lot of stuff on the masculine energy, feminine energy, gender dynamics, and so on. But you know, I realize how silly people are. Like, people don't just sit, process, and critically think when they're looking at content. They're really just processing emotions. So a lot of the times they might say something negative, really, but it's coming from such a stupid place. But you know, because I'm so positive, no negative comment affects me. You have to be around it to see it. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, this person just said F you, I hate your content, please DIE. And I'll reply and be like, thank you for giving time to my content. Like, literally, it doesn't matter how negative it is, it doesn't affect me. I don't know if Jessica is still in here, right? But she was saying, how do you get to the point where you don't give a F what people think? I've put myself in so many different situations, and I trained my mind to be still under it all. And I don't want to enter a frequency which I didn't decide to be in. I don't want to enter a frequency of negativity just because someone else is in it. Right? Oi, Lily subscribed for the first time. I hit first subscription goal. I love that. Lily's the first subscriber. And guys, if you want to be a subscriber too to the TikTok and you want to support, maybe it's even better, because I know a lot of people send gifts. You could just be a subscriber, and you get to be a VIP. It gives you a VIP badge, and we're gonna do exclusive lives just for people who subscribe. So on this stuff, I don't go as deep, but for the exclusive lives, I'm gonna go deep. I forgot what I was saying before. Hey, yes, his VIP. Love that. She's got the emotes. Lily said, I'm only aware of one YouTube. You have two channels. Yeah, I actually have a boxing channel. So I've had that for like 6 years. I release like documentaries and stuff like that. Motivational stuff. Analyzing boxing, basically. So it's totally unrelated to this. But recently I got my, I hit 100,000, right? So I'm gonna get a YouTube plaque soon. It's on the way. They're sending it down. I have a message daily to my students: have a growth mindset, strive for a better version of you. That's very good. I love that. Sherry said, exactly same as a Libra trait, Remus, I think. Yes, us Libras have those traits, man. Hold on. Carter said, how can I assist in helping my partner change from masculine energy to a feminine energy? Was you just here for what I said before in terms of like perception? Did you just miss that part where I was talking about, part of, there's so many different aspects to it, right? Because women naturally obviously gravitate towards having and expressing the traits and qualities of feminine energy. But depending on where you're from, I don't know where you're from, Carter, but they're, in the West at least, they're mentally programmed to literally go against it. And one of the first things you have to do, or can do, is that you have to mentally offer her another program to operate on. One that's even more empowering and satisfying mentally and spiritually to her than the program that society has pushed on her. And one of the ways you do that is by having admiration for the feminine energy. Miss EXO said, I'm back. Welcome back. Where did you go though? Did you have dinner or something? Pinky said, I haven't read the book. I shall try to though. Okay. Stella said, well done for 100K. I appreciate that. That 100K took, I can't lie, it took sweat and tears. It did. So I'm kind of proud of it. Miss XO, of course we missed you. Always. Catherine said, I hope you don't mind. But I've already cleared out some space in my wardrobe for you. I love that. I don't need that much space too. I've only got a few stuff. Carter said, makes perfect sense. I'm from the UK, but she's from the US. Okay, fair enough. The UK and US, we kind of, it's all the same really. It's all the same. But if you do want to deep dive into specific things, feel free to book a one-on-one with me via the link in my bio. But there's so many things. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a whole shift in mindset. There's a whole shift in lifestyle almost too. And also understanding of even communication. Like certain ways that you communicate with a girl from the West could bring out that trigger where she's like, no. Masculine energy come out. No. Competition. Do you get what I'm saying? You almost have to dissolve her masculinity, right? By using the understanding of feminine energy, for example. Like you stay to masculine principles, but you're able to communicate with the spirit of feminine energy so that it dissolves resistance in her. This is high level stuff. Pinky said, you have to guide the masculine energy into a division using both energies, positive and negative. Yeah, this is like master level seduction, right? When you're understanding this stuff on an extremely deep level. And again, this is the stuff we'll be speaking about when we do the exclusive live streams for the subscribers of the TikTok. You know, for the VIPs, if you're a VIP, then we'll talk about this specific stuff. You know, because if we're gonna say deep wisdom, you know, seduction, techniques, specific things, I think we gotta make that exclusive. Miss A, you said I'm always in my masculine energy around my boyfriend. Is that what you want to be? Does that make you happy? Lily said that balance of the femme and the masc is what I'm striving to be more and more, of course. And it's like a daily work for all of us. And we have to keep on top of it. Hold on. Seeing if I miss some stuff. Oh, but yeah. Oh, and the last thing I'll say, right, in terms of, you know, as a man, don't deny your hardness. As a woman, don't deny your softness. Is we all know deep down, we don't want it any other way. We don't want it any other way. A man's hardness helps bring out his woman's softness, and a woman's softness helps heal and nurture his hardness. So we do what we both do best. People think they want it the other way, but that's only because they were told to think like that. Really, they were told to hate themselves. They just don't know it. Miss XO said, can we talk about spiritual journeys? We can, but you know what? We'll save it for another time because I'm literally about to go. Yeah, tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tuesday. I think tomorrow will be on around the same time. I'm trying to go on 8 p.m. Carter said yin and yang, basically. Facts. And you know what? When that term is said, the true way to say it is actually not yin and yang. It's just yin and yang. Because they're together. They can't be separated. Yeah, they're different, but they're one. They're united. But anyway, yeah, tomorrow will probably be on the same time, but 8 p.m. UK time, yeah, which it would have been an hour and a half ago from now, right? What else? Yeah, I'm trying to go live at different times of the day too, because I know certain audiences, you might just be available at like 12 p.m. or something. Do you get what I'm saying? And maybe not 8. So randomly at other times, I'm also going to do a second, like I'll do a live at other parts of the day, but the main thing we'll be doing is at 8 p.m. That's UK time, right? But if you do want updates when I'm going to be going live, it's just best to follow the Instagram. And the Instagram, as some of the mods were posting earlier, thanks for that, by the way, guys, was Reemus B. Reemus B on Instagram. I post updates. Like right now on my story, it says that we're live, right? Rachel said, just wondering if this can be applied at LG B relationships if it's concentrating on male-female energy. I've released videos on that in the past. They're actually one of the best examples of this stuff, because when you say that, you're referring to the physical in a way. These energies are always connecting. But one of the next videos I will be releasing on that topic actually. So if you're not following, by the way, make sure to follow. You know, if you're just passing through the live, make sure to follow. But okay, and the last thing I'll say as a reminder, February the 5th, 2023, right, when they're going into the new year, that's when the next event is. The early bird tickets have sold out. So now we're on the next level, which is just the early bird tickets. So it's better to get in now when the price is obviously cheaper. And we're going to be speaking about healthy relationships and divine union between the masculine and feminine energies in relationships and within yourself. And of course, you meet like-minded people from the community and on people who are on the same path too. So if you want to do that, the link is in my bio for the event in London. Until then, follow my Instagram, Reemus B. Check out my YouTube, which is also in the link in bio. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for the gifts for anyone who I missed, right? Miss XO booked tickets. I love that. As Zaman said, we'll see you there. All right. See you later.